Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's play a Final Fantasy IV. This is the PC version, which is a conversion of the 3DS game, or iOS game, which are all the same versions. I actually think this is my favorite Final Fantasy in terms of content and story and characters. However, my favorite version is actually the Super Famicom version. This version I have some issues with, but I understand that gameplay-wise, this is the better version than the Super Famicom version. It's got a lot of additions to it, a lot more balancing. There's new scenarios. There's all sorts of good stuff in here. I just I do not like the visuals at all. I think if they ever revisit this and they get it looking closer to the CG opening, then I'd be much happier. But as it is, this is the best version that you can get. So we'll play through this one. We'll do normal difficulty. The hard is, I don't know, it's artificially hard in my opinion.
Lord Captain, we're nearly to the Baron border.
So we are.
The trouble's him, too.
Orders may be orders, but this goes too far.
Lord Captain! We're the Red Wings, the pride of Baron! Must we now be thieves, sent to plunder from the weak?
Enough.
But Lord Captain, the Mysidians offered no resistance, and still we cut them down.
Listen to me. We did no more than what our kingdom's peace and prosperity required us to do. The Mysidians knew too much of the crystal and its secrets. His Majesty deemed it so. We are the Red Wings of Baron. It is not our place to question the orders of our king.
Lord Captain.
Lord Captain! Monsters at the fore! Everyone all right?
Aye.
But all these monsters as of late.
Disturbing, is it not? I wonder what it bodes. We've reached the castle, my lord.
Well then, prepare for landing, men.
My lord!
Ah, the young lord returns triumphant. You did secure Mysidian's crystal, did you not? The crystal is ours, but the Mysidians, they did not even raise a hand in their own defense, Bagan. All's the better then, is it not? Only fools would dare oppose the almighty will of Baron. Come, we must not keep his majesty waiting. A moment, my lord. Your Majesty, I fear our good Lord Cecil's faith in you begins to waver. Does it now? Indeed, your loyalty and worth are proven once again, Captain Bacon. But the crystal is all that matters. Bring him before me. As you wish. Lord Cecil, His Majesty bids you enter. The The Kingdom of Baron hails your return, Cecil. You have brought me the crystal, I trust. I have, your majesty. Relinquish the water crystal. It is genuine, your majesty. So it is. See how it shines? That will be all, Cecil. You may leave us now. Your majesty. Have you some other matter to discuss? Our king has granted you your leave, and yet you would trouble him further? I know it is not my place to ask, your majesty, and I pray you can forgive my indiscretion, but what is it you aim to do? Your ways are not as they once were. My men's hearts grow heavy with misgiving. As does yours? Your majesty, no, I would never doubt. Do you take me for a fool, Cecil? Do you think your treasonous whisperings escape my ears? After all I've done for you, Cecil, you wound me. This is most unfortunate, but I can place no trust in one who offers none in return. I hereby relieve you of your command of the Red Wings. My liege. You will go now to the Valley of Mist instead. There's a task I would have you do. A phantom creature haunts the borders of that land, the Eidolon of Mist. You will slay it, and deliver this ring to the village that lies beyond. They will know its meaning. Be gone at first light on the morrow. Your Majesty! Yeah, Kane! I love you, Kane. I beg you, my liege, reconsider. You know Cecil would not betray you. Ah, Kane, I was not aware this matter concerned you. But as you seem so eager to protect your friend, let your spear accompany his blade on the road to Mist. Your Majesty! I have no more words. Take the ring and be gone, while my mood is yet fair. Obtain the Carnelian signet. My liege! Kane, forgive me. I did not mean to draw you into this. What's to forgive? We'll slay this Eidolon of his, and all will be forgotten. You'll command the Red Wings again before you know it. Kane. Must be tired from the city, you know. Leave the preparations to me and get yourself some rest. Now, here's actually my biggest issue with the game, is that look at the view you have. It is so damn tight. I mean, you saw way more in the Super Nintendo version, you know? Rumors roam about His Highness like so many flies, but I shudder to think what might happen were he to catch wind of them. Rash actions are ill-advised, at least if you value your life. What is it? This is all my doing. Forgive me. I told you, there's nothing to forgive. What's wrong? It isn't like you to act like this. I did not train in the way of the dark sword so I could steal from innocence, King. I trained because His Majesty asked it of me. You mustn't blame yourself for the orders you were given. Our king has his reasons, I'm sure of it. I envy you, King. Cecil, so you saw me. I saw the openings you left. How do you expect to lead the dragoons if you cannot even guard your own flank? My father's blood is in me. I will lead the dragoons. Have no fear of that. You are certainly headstrong enough. No more holding back, Cecil. Fight to win this time. Don't overthink things, Cecil. You need to keep your wits about you. Or do you need to send me off against the Eidolon alone? Of course not. We leave early on the morrow. Let's get some sleep. If our esteemed commander and Lord Cecil of the Red Wings join as one, it is the enemies of Baron who will need fear. Treason! The Valley of Mist lies beyond our far northwestern border. I have not been there myself, but it is said to be shrouded in a fog that never lifts. I really like Kane's arc. I know we're not supposed to like his arc, but I think it's great. I, for one, believe in our king. He is a man who is not afraid to act on his beliefs. I cannot help but sense a change of air in his majesty as of late. Like I said, everything is better about this version. It's just these visuals, man. They do not age well. Limited field of view really hurts it too, in my opinion. What? Sleeping on duty? I would never do such a thing. Congratulations! Word has it Mysidia was a success, and their crystal is ours now, thanks to you. The provisions within this chamber are yours to employ as you see fit. The switch upon that wall controls the mechanism that opens the door. Okay, now let's look at one thing here. Let's make the battle speed a little faster, I think. The vault below houses Baron's ancestral treasures. Entrance within is forbidden in the name of His Majesty the King. Another day, another sleepless night of work. I mean, I sure love my job, I do. Be sure to tell the Fleetmaster that if you see him. Haven't seen Fleetmaster Sid, have you? He's been like a ghost, leaving all the airship repairs to us. Seems distant when I do catch a glimpse of him, too. Pensive-like. This tower is closed by His Majesty's orders. We'll be back. After like a 10 or 12 hours or something. Something like that. Cecil. Thank goodness you're all right. The orders for Mysidia came so suddenly, I worried. We're fine. Small wonder, considering we fought mages who did not fight back. Cecil. I'll visit you in your tower later. Of course. I think that's what I like about the story so much. It's just characters in conflict, you know? I mean, they're doing one thing and their conscience tells them something different. I think that dynamic fuels the entire story. We've been ordered to conduct magical research to aid His Majesty's war efforts. Sleep? Huh? You don't even feel sleepy? That's odd. I swear I did it right. Not all monsters can be felled by such simple spells as fire, blizzard, and thunder. Ancient tomes speak of magic vastly more powerful, but all true knowledge of such things is long forgotten. I think if it wasn't for Final Fantasy XII, then this would probably be my favorite soundtrack of all the Final Fantasies as well. But 12 does beat it out. I mean, for me, there's no denying that. I'd say parts of 5 and 6 also are really good, but overall, this is my favorite. I think all the orchestration, all the songs and the composition, they hit the mark. They really do. Well, well, look who's home. Rose has been worried sick about you, you know. Make that girl cry, you'll have me to answer to, you hear? Speaking of girls, where's my babies? Didn't burn out any engines, did you? You and them goons of yours need to treat those ships with more respect. Hey, why the long face? Something the matter? Sid, What? And he's sending you to hunt the Eidolon instead? But what'll happen to the Red Wings without you? I tell you, something's gotten into His Majesty. He's ordered me to build a new ship. You know, a more maneuverable one with more firepower. What's he thinking? I'm not building these things for him to wage war. There's talk among the townspeople, too. Everyone's worried about where Baron's headed. Now the king's sending you away from us? Missed, eh? Well, you take care of yourself. Suppose I don't need to worry about you, though, do I? I'd best be on my way. That daughter of mine is going to wring my neck if I spend another night here working without checking in at home. Ah, be careful, that's where the monster got me. Lord Captain. Red Wings have fallen far. Never has victory tasted so bitter upon my tongue. We cannot erase the memories of what was done in Mysidia, but we can drown them. I have a lot of ideas of what a remake of this game would look like. Now that they're getting into full swing 4K remakes now. Well, I mean, we'll see how Final Fantasy VII turns out. Yeah, before I just start getting too excited. It may end up being a complete turd. You know, it's really hard to say. We've imprisoned the Obsidian mages who stood against us. You should be safe to speak to them as long as you do so through the bars. You're that filthy Dark Knight. Do you truly think what you've done will go unpunished? What you do to us is of little consequence, but please, you must restore the crystal to Mysidia. You know nothing. That crystal is not some mere glittering stone. Ah, they didn't keep the thief. The thief that actually has a name, but you never run into him ever again. I was wondering what happened to that character. Greetings and salutations, Sir Knight. My name is Namingway. I travel the world bestowing new names upon those dissatisfied with the ones they already possess. What say you? Would you try a new name on for size? I'm fine with Cecil. Say what? You can't change your name? Oh, this is certainly unprecedented. It's almost as though my existence here serves no purpose. A naming way who cannot change a man's name is no naming way at all. I believe it is time I embarked on a new journey to find my proper place in the world. Well then, until we meet again. I mean, you don't meet naming way until way, way, way late towards the end game in the original release. Although there, you could change your name. I've turned your bed, my lord. They told me you would be departing again on the morrow. Rest well tonight. This crafty old castle, I don't know. Only if I sleep in this armor. Yes, let's rest for the night.
Your Majesty, what's become of you? Where is the noble knight, the man who took me in as an orphan and raised me as his own? The strong, just king I once knew. Is a crystal worth all this? Robbing a peaceful people of what's theirs by right. What need could be so great? King's orders or no, there's no forgiving what we've done.
Cecil? Won't you tell me what happened? First you're sent off to Mysidia, and now to hunt some beast again so soon? Did something happen in Mysidia?
No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
In Mysidia, we stole a crystal from people who had done no wrong. I've worn this darkened armor for so long now. There's no mote of light left in me. Not even in my heart.
You're a good man, Cecil.
I'm a coward. A coward who cannot even defy orders he knows he ought not follow.
Cecil of the Red Wings is many things, but he is no coward. Not the Cecil who I love. The king is sending you to Mist to slay the Eidolon, isn't he? If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't...
Kane will be with me. I'll be fine. It's late. You should get some rest.
Be careful.
Thank you, Rosa. But I know what I've become.
Shall we then, Cecil?
I'll be counting on you, my friend.
Then you've nothing to fear.
So the Dark Knight Cecil, stripped of his command of the Red Wings, set out for the distant Valley of Mist. Together with Kane, commander of the Dragoons, he would pursue a faceless quarry, a chance for redemption. The advent of the airship had marked the realization of mankind's most ancient dream, but man is a creature seldom sated, and he was quick to dream anew. With the unparalleled might of the Red Wings, Baron's military soon reigned supreme. Why, then, does the king now seek the crystals? Why have fearsome monsters suddenly begun to overrun the once calm land? If the crystals know, they share no answers, only their pure and silent light. Itself. You hear that rumor? Word is there's this place called the training classroom under the Devil's Road. New adventurers can get all sorts of advice down there, or so they say. You're Lord Cecil of the Red Wings, or my eyes betray me. You seek the Valley of Mist. It lies beyond a cave in the northwest mountains. Tents, potions, and antidotes are our traveler's boon companion. If you're adventuring afar, best be well provisioned. We're still leaving me 494. Okay. I have one tent. It's an unforgiving game. you actually need a bunch of stuff. Nothing good can come of our meddling in the affairs of Mist. But sort of. Grim are these days that our king trains his men in the ways of the dark sword. You're telling me, huh? My butt'll never be the same. Father was out working all last night again. When will he realize he's not young enough for this anymore? You tell him for me, won't you, Cecil? Tell him he needs to settle down. The townspeople have been saying horrible things about His Majesty and the others at the castle. It's all Father's been able to do is to still their tongues. You know there are plenty of good men like you. Birds of the World. The history of shipbuilding. Ouch. Principles of buoyancy. She's finished. New engine, too. I don't know why they went with that 3/4 perspective for the interiors. There's a lot of weird decisions that happened in this game. The building houses the entrance to the Devil's Road, the Dwemer path that leads to Mysidia. In quieter days, it was a thriving means of trade, but now the wizards have sealed the exit on their end, effectively closing the route. There is also a military classroom down in the cellar, though I'm sure you have no need to be taught about combat. Oh, but let's learn a thing or two, shall we? Decisive thinking is crucial in combat. Lacking that, you could always lower the battle speed like I do. If you really want to test your mettle, try setting the battle mode to active in the settings menu. That will let you enjoy the thrill of relentless assault by your enemies, even while you attempt to select magic and items. Yeah, no thanks. You can use the party menu to set the party to your liking. You can set the strong members in the front row, while you set the weaker ones in the back row. Select the swap rows command during a battle will allow you to move to the front row of the party to the back and advance back to the front row. If multiple members of the party have their combat gauges filled, you can press tab to cycle through them. This will allow you to change the order in which they act, allowing you to fight more strategically. Yeah, again, that was not available in the original release. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor that doesn't leave you scrambling for a Phoenix down. If a battle isn't going well, press M and run like mad. Remember that also some spells can be cast upon the entire enemy or party, enemy or ally party. Press Z if you wish to change the target party for the spell. When casting spells from the magic menu, selecting target all instead of a member will cause the spell to target all party members. You can activate auto battle by pressing C during combat. This will cause all party members to automatically select the command set for them in the abilities menu on each turn. Even in caves, there are save points where you can record your progress and use them wisely. They used to give you stuff in the old version. Or the Famicom version, I should say. Here's just advice. His Majesty's recent behavior troubles me. Even you and your men have been doing some terrible things as I hear it, orders though they may be. All I ask is that you keep Rosa out of harm's way. Don't involve her in these dangerous games you men must play. These graphics. God. I can't wait till they redo this game. Uh-oh, it's a dark night. But, you know, I don't think you look so mean. Oh, yeah, well, watch this. Smack, smack, smack. Nah, you are mean. That's right, kid. Door on the west side, you say? Ah, yes, yes, the old waterway flows to the castle, but it's kept under lock and key now, child. That's right. My lord, I've spoken no ill of His Majesty, I swear it. Why don't I show you a little something, and we can just forget about everything, all right? Yeah, sure. And 4 polygons are hot, girl. I do like this, where you don't just have to keep clicking around. Unless you know where the secrets are, as long as you're in the vicinity. I do wish some of the instruments didn't change on the rework of the sound. I mean, some things are the same, and some things are pretty much very different. Like all the horns are replaced by more traditional MIDI instruments. I think it hurts the overall sound. Battle speed just a bit more on that. It's still a little too slow. I'll have to do a little bit of grinding. I mean, unless we ride the chocobo, of course, but I don't know. you get items here, no? I don't remember what it says. All the shortcuts are set to. Oh, that's right, I forgot there's a map now. Oh, that's right. They start off at higher levels in this version. In the original release, you had to at least build to level 5. You start at level 1. They're a little bit more generous on your starting position in this version. Which doesn't mean that you shouldn't grind a little bit. You should still do that. Because like I said, the game's unforgiving. I mean, if you're not at the right level, the game punishes you. Obviously, you can see there's a ton of encounters. So, I think even more so than the original release. Yeah, that battle music just doesn't sound as good with those MIDI horns. I don't know how helpful that really is. Little money, lithe, and comely dancers wanted. Inquire at the counter. How come you're dressed like that? Are you a bad person? Yeah, I'm just drawn that way. Lord Cecil, I've done no ill, I swear it. My taxes are all paid. Well, if it's in our own dark night. Money? Surely you jest. Your mere presence here is payment enough. Oh, greetings and salutations again. Your name was Cecil, was it not? After we last spoke, I set about mapping out a new course for my life, one that will allow me to help people. But having undertaken the task of mapping, the name Naming Way now seems rather inappropriate. Naming Way has become Mapping Way the cartographer. Oh, right, let me give you this. Obtained Wayfarer's Map. It's an enchanted map that will draw itself as you traverse the floors of caves and dungeons. And that's not all. For each map you complete, you'll receive a fantastic reward. I hope you find it useful. Well then, until we meet again. Leave this place. Who's there?
return whence you came.
That voice. Could be the Eidolon?
Men of Baron,
You know who we are?
leave at once, and no harm will befall you. I will abide no further trespass.
Show yourself.
You mean to ignore my warning, Asher?
We must deliver this ring to the village of Mist and beyond.
So be it.
The mist is gathering. Potions.
The ring! This is what we were sent to do?
He wished this village torched.
But why? Why?
Yeah, it's super cheesy.
Mother, you can't die. Just because your dragon did.
I've heard of their lot. Men who can conjure eidolons. Summoners.
Then the dragon we slew was her mother's?
You're the ones who killed her dragon?
Forgive us. We'd no idea this would happen to your mother.
His Majesty sent us to eliminate every last one of these people.
No.
Foul work, to be sure, but we'll need to kill the girl as well.
Cain!
It's her or us, Cecil.
She's a child!
You'd betray your king?
Betray him? Any man who'd wish for this is no king of mine.
I thought you might say that.
Then...
I owe His Majesty much, but not so much I'd soil the Dragoon's name in his.
Then you're with me.
Baron's army is the mightiest in the world. Our flight means nothing if we remain alone. We must treat with other nations, share what we've seen. And Rosa, she must share our flight.
And she will. Thank you.
I'm not doing this for you.
Huh?
Quickly, we mustn't linger here. What of the girl?
We take her with us. Come. It's not safe here. Take my hand.
No!
We've no time. Use force if you must.
Stay away!
Wait!
Leave me alone! I hate
But she's smiling. Yeah, sad. Weird. Get away from me! She's alive. Thank goodness. Cain? Cain! Well, I cannot stay here. I need to take this girl someplace safe. Forgive me, Cain. Harder without Cain, but it's not too bad. that was a doozy. Yeah, there we go. That's out of here. Alright, into town we go. We need to find a place to let this child rest. Hail, traveler. Oh my, I've not seen a child so pale. Please, get her to bed. You needn't worry about payment. My pardons. You've woken. You still haven't told me your name. I won't ask you to forgive me. It's my fault you lost your mother. But please, at least allow me to take you someplace safe. Seems we found you, Lord Cecil. Please, you must listen. His Majesty. Our orders come directly from His Majesty's own mouth. Surrender the girl, and he will pardon all you've done. The inhabitants of Mist represent a threat to us all. They must not be allowed to live. What? Stand aside. I think I'd rather not. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. You've nothing to apologize for. It is I who've wronged you, and apologies cannot right the wrongs I've done, or the things I've done. But you protected me. My name's Rydia. Hopefully that's not pronounced Rydia. Rydia. The summoner of Rydia had joined your party. I already have to get over the fact that they they pronounce it Cecil and not Cecil. Well met, friend. I'm a scholar en route to the eastern kingdom of Fabu, where I had hoped to continue my studies. As it were, I found the waterway that runs beneath the mountains to Damsian, barred by a moonstruck old man who refused to grant me passage. Only Damsian royalty are permitted to enter the Antlion's den that lies to the castle's east. To think of the riches that could be ours if we were allowed inside. Greetings. A new face like yours is always a welcome sight. With monsters on the rise, business has slowed to a crawl. Soothe your desert-parched throat with a mug of Kaipo's finest. Tella and his daughter Anna were always as close as a father and daughter could be, bless their hearts. And one day Anna simply up and ran away from home. The old sage has been grief-stricken ever since. Welcome. That's actually pretty useful. However, that being said, I am broke. Just like in real life. Have you heard, friend? A young lady from Baron was found collapsed on the outskirts of town. Fair as the dearest moon, they say. The ones who found her carried her inside to recover. Hail, friend, and welcome to Kaipo, oasis of the Damsian Desert. Look for stuff. Stuff. Damsian Castle in the north rules all the lands of this desert. Its prince is said to have a voice and face as fair as any maiden's. If you're traveling with so young a child, best keep her in the back row of your party lest you be attacked. Yeah, got your cover, lady. Have you heard about Anna? She'd fallen madly in love, but her father forbade the relationship, and so she fled town. I came hoping to find work as a dancer at Damsian Castle, but the waterway leading there is infested with dangerous monsters. Won't you at least watch my show in the meantime? Yeah, sure. So funny, I had no idea that, you know, of course, the Super Famicom, I mean, you couldn't generate, you know, very detailed imagery. You know, I had no idea that they were supposed to, like, be tantalizing dances. You know. Oh, hello again, Cecil. What am I doing here, you ask? Well, as luck would have it, I accidentally dropped all of my maps and pens into that huge fissure that opened up near the Valley of Mist. Having lost the ability to map, that a mapping way seems rather inappropriate. But I don't really know what to do next. I'm taking some time to reevaluate my life now. Mapping way became Living Way the Vagrant. I've just been spending my days looking over the pages of the bestiary with no particular trade to call my own. Would you like to view the bestiary? Yeah, sure, let's look at it. Well, then by all means. It's cool that there's a bestiary. Of course, there's lots in there that we're not going to look at right now. We found that poor young child collapsed outside of the village, completely incoherent. Seems to have succumbed to the desert fever on the way from Baron, the little dear. Keeps mumbling the name Cecil over and over. Rosa. Oh, Rosa. Cecil. Please, Cecil, be alive. This is for Cecil. auto potion. Desert fever can be cured by exposure to the light of a Damsium sand pearl. Obtaining one, however, is no simple task. They can only be found within a cave where an antlion dwells. Oh, Cecil, it seems you've gotten your hands on an interesting item there, doesn't it? Let me explain how that auto potion works. It's a rather special kind of item known as an augment. Using it on a party member will teach that member an ability. Augments appear in the key items list. Don't forget to use them once you receive them. You can find augments left behind by various people scattered throughout the world. Be sure to keep your eyes open. You'll be glad you did. Well then, until we meet again. Really is not going to be a part of the journey for a good majority of the time. At least not until much later in the game, so yeah, I better give that to myself. Let's see. Consider me rested? It does. Okay, good. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Final Fantasy IV. This is the version on PC, which is the same version as the DS and the mobile versions, so iOS and Android. Like I said, I have my issues with with this particular version. I was raised off the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo version, but I do acknowledge that this is the better version. I just wish the visuals were not what they were. And that some of the sound was, the same as it was on the Super Famicom. But that being said, this version does have more stuff. It has more plot. The script is written differently. I would say better. I mean, Ted Woosley did a great job back in the day for the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo version, but obviously this is much more expanded dialogue. Things are a lot more clear. There's additional scenes to flesh out the plot, and overall everything is just handled with a touch more class. I still love that version of Super Nintendo, but this version is better, and so I'll play through this one because I've been having some nostalgia for this game. I play this game every couple years, so I probably played this game more than, in terms of hours, more than any other Super Nintendo game I owned. Even with Final Fantasy 5 and 6, also on the same system, I think I played this one the most. So anyway, we'll play this one all the way through. We'll see all the differences and changes. We'll also play the Final Fantasy IV sequel, The After Years. Although, yes, that is not as good, but it is interesting the way they wove the plot and continued all the characters. So it's fun just for that. But this is definitely the game that's the superior of the two. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.